Okay, so we are recording, we are ready to go. Welcome everyone to this workshop, the last of these Friday sessions. Today, the topic is going to be how to remove energetic blockages and imprints. So the best way to start talking about it, let's start with one example. Do you know when you feel like you're very stuck and you are aware of patterns that keep repeating again and again in your life? And you're aware of these patterns, you know that you have tried many things to change them, to improve the situation, but nothing seems to change. Nothing seems to make a difference. And maybe that means that you always find yourself in relationships where there are lots of arguments, lots of drama. You can rely on your partner, or you find yourself in jobs where you are not valued, or you just have problems with money in general, or a health issue that keeps repeating no matter what you try, no matter what you do. And you just feel that you're not making progress and that you're stuck, that basically you're banging your head against the wall. That's very likely an energetic blockage. And if you remove that energetic blockage, very likely is when you will see the things start to change. So what is an energy block? What are we talking about here? For people who are not familiar with this concept, we are much more than just the physical body, that just flesh and bones. We have an energy field around our physical body, and maybe you've heard about it as the aura or the energy field, the energy system. Maybe you've heard about chakras, the energy centers we have along the spine, the meridians in Chinese medicine, for example. So this energy field, this energetic field that we have around the physical body stores information. It stores information the same way the physical body does. So although it is not visible to the common eyes, at least for most people, it is there, and we can train to perceive it. And some people develop their clairvoyance abilities so much that they can even see that they see a person and they see the colors of the aura, or if there are any holes, any imprints. But you don't have to get to that level. We can all feel it. We can all perceive other people's energy fields. And if you think about it, when you meet someone for the first time and you don't know anything about them, but immediately maybe you feel, oh, this person has great energy. And you say, they have great energy, they have great vibes. And that is what you are perceiving without knowing anything about that person, their history, their personality. You might not know anything about them, but you are perceiving something, and that's what you are perceiving, the energy field, that information that is stored in the energy field. Or even when you go to a place, you may feel immediately, oh, it feels so cozy here. Oh no, it feels so creepy. This is such a creepy place, right? And yeah, you can argue that it's because of the decoration or the music they're playing or whatever, but it's much more than that. So the energy is invisible, and most people won't perceive it with their common senses. It is there, and we do perceive it somehow. So we store a lot of information in this energy field, and it vibrates much faster than the particles in our body, and that's why we can't see it with our physical eyes, so it's not so easy to perceive it. So think about a fan, for example. When it's off, you can see the physical blades, and once they start spinning very, 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 very fast, you can't see the individual blades anymore, but not because they have disappeared. It's just because they're moving very, very fast. So in life, as we grow up and as we have different experiences and we interact with different people, and we have happy experiences and painful experiences, and we are exposed to certain programming by the school, family, society, etc., etc. All these get stored at the level of the energy field. And these painful experiences or these negative emotions that we experience, negative energy, programming, limiting beliefs, it gets stored in the forms of in the form of like pockets of energy. So imagine it like dirty pockets or stains, let's say, like that in our energy field. And when our energy system is clean, our energy flows and we can function optimally. We are healthy, we are vibrant, we grow, we can develop ourselves, we are successful, we attract healthy, nurturing relationships, we can fulfill our purpose. But when we store these dirty pockets of energy and our chakras, our energy centers get blocked, it's like a toilet that is blocked. It stops functioning properly. The energy cannot flow freely anymore, and we feel stagnant, we feel heavy. And these pockets of dirty energy, or these energetic blockages, and visualize it literally like pipes where the water cannot flow freely. When we have these blockages, they can manifest as limiting beliefs, negative patterns, like I was saying before, getting caught in toxic relationships, patterns repeating again and again, negative experiences. And if we leave it and we keep accumulating these dirty pockets of energy, we don't clean them, we don't release them, we don't remove them, they can even manifest as physical symptoms or diseases. So this is how important it is to keep a clean energy system. So what types of energetic blockages are there, and how do they form? Like, what do they come from? Like, why do they appear in an energy field? So for example, stress, negative emotions, when we are surrounded by negative people, that they throw negative thoughts at us, or they're rude, all that negative energy, when we interact with other people's energy fields, we're very stressed, we experience a lot of negative emotions, we accumulate all that in our energy system. And if we don't clean it, our energy system stops working properly. When we don't process these emotions, this stress, this negative energy, when we don't clean it, when we don't have a healthy energetic hygiene routine, let's say, and I'm going to talk more about this later, even if we don't see it, it's there, and it's going to slowly manifest as, I don't know, tiredness, depression, negative thoughts, physical symptoms, like I said, lack of sleep, lack of energy, attracting more and more and more of these negative thoughts, of these negative people. So we start accumulating all these blockages. This would fall under the category what I call internal blockages, and this would be a layer of internal blockages. Another type of internal blockages would be the ones that form during our childhood. For example, when we experience pain or a traumatic event in our life, they also, if we don't process it properly, and very likely we weren't taught how to process everything that we were seeing at home, if we had abusive parents, or they neglected our needs, or we were bullied at school, whatever negative or painful experiences we had to go through, if we don't process that healthily, very likely they left an imprint, like a stain in our energy field. And obviously, the older the imprint, the stain, or the blockage is going to manifest as more negative behaviors or patterns that will repeat more and more, and it will take longer to remove it. And I'm going to be talking about how to remove them in a minute. Another type of internal blockages would be what I call karmic imprints or miasms. And this is a big topic, but to explain it shortly, to cover this shortly within this workshop, we don't come to this lifetime in each incarnation as a blank canvas. We bring a lot of history from our previous lifetimes. So depending on the choices we have made before, how good or how bad we have been, the decisions, the choices we have made, we will incarnate with a karmic blueprint, which will determine what lessons we have learned and we haven't learned. So we have to learn in this lifetime, what challenges we will have to face in this lifetime to learn these lessons, what karma we need to clear, right? So it's not only about, we're not talking about childhood and years, we're talking about imprints or pockets of dirty energy that come from many lifetimes ago. So obviously this is going to require much deeper work to remove and to clear and to heal. And I like to think about blockages, energetic blockages, like cleaning a house. When there is a fresh stain, it's very easy to clean it. But if we leave it there for years, we accumulate there, then it's going to get to a point where it's going to need a lot of cleaning to get it removed. If it's very old and we have neglected it for years and years and years, it might get to a point where you think, you know what, I can't do this myself. I need to go to a therapist. I need to go to someone to remove this. I need a professional to help me with this, because I don't know how to do it on my own. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what equipment to use for this stain, right? So with energetic cleaning, it's the same. There are some blockages, like I was saying, for example, everyday stress, negative emotions, that with some energetic hygiene, we can clear and we can maintain our energetic system very clean and healthy. For other blockages, it might not be the case. We might need certain techniques. We might need a bit of help. And this is what I do in my sessions all the time to help my clients remove those energetic imprints, those energetic blockages. And I have studied different disciplines to remove these blockages. And I know many techniques that I can use on myself and that I use on myself. But many times it gets to a point where I think, you know what, I can't deal with this myself. If it's something deeper, I will have to go to someone and ask for help and say, please remove it for me. Some of them I might not even be aware of them, and I will need someone neutral and objective to have a look at me, someone who's not biased, and to have a look at me and say, you know, I think there's something here that we need to look at, that we need to heal. So yeah, there are lots of things that I do on my own, and I'm going to share some of those techniques, lots of things that you can do on your own to remove many layers. But for the deepest ones, it will require a bit of deep work, and it will require conscious decisions, right? So before we move on to how to remove energetic blockages and to sharing some of these techniques, I started saying that I kind of I was giving like two categories: internal energetic blockages, so imprints or pockets of energy that we have in our energy field, but there are also external blockages, or blockages that come from an external source. And I'm only going to mention these two briefly because I have covered this topic these topics in other workshops, and otherwise this one will be too long, way too long. But just to mention it, for example, energetic cords that form between individuals, especially when there is a toxic relationship, when you feel that no matter what you do, you can't get out of that relationship full of arguments, full of drama. When you have broken up with someone and you just can't seem to forget them, no matter what you do, you still feel their presence in your life somehow, like you cannot move on. Even with family members, it could be that you feel codependency. Codependency normally has an energetic cord behind it. And sometimes you can be aware of it and make conscious decisions that will change and that will improve the situation, sure. But when we cut these cords is so powerful. So for example, I started my training originally as a counselor, and it was great. While I was training, while I was doing my master's degree, I had to do, I think, 2 years of therapy for myself, and one of the best investments of my life. I mean, it changed my life completely. I became aware of so many patterns, so many limiting beliefs, so many things going on with it myself that I healed. But I also felt that at some point I was kind of hitting a ceiling. Like there were some things that I got tired of talking about them, you know, like there was not much more I could do with that type of therapy or interventions. And then I discovered the energy world, and that's what allowed me to take my development to the next level. And I thought, oh wow, this was the next step. This is much more powerful. And when you do the intervention at the level of the energetics, things that could take years to heal by talking about it and becoming aware and actively trying to change and setting boundaries and journaling and blah, 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 which is all great, but what would take sometimes years to do that, when we act at the level of the energetics, it's much quicker and more effective. And sometimes it's the way to cut it kind of permanently, so it doesn't, so the same pattern doesn't manifest again in the next relationship, for example, because that's sometimes what happens. We break or we end the relationship thinking that we're done, we're never going to do this again, and so then suddenly next person we're dating, damn, I'm stuck in the same pattern again. Like, what happened? Have I not learned anything? And that might be because there is an imprint that is attracting you to get caught in that type of relationships, for example. So cords, very powerful, but I have covered this in other videos in my YouTube channel. So go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to share some links later if you're interested in this topic, and you have everything you need to know there. And another type of external blockage, what I call external blockage, is attachments or negative entities that want to feed from us and stop our development. My last workshop was on this topic, on spiritual protection from psychic attacks, and how to detach from these negative entities. So I'm not going to repeat it again, but if you're interested, again, go to my YouTube channel, and it's my previous workshop. I think it was called Spiritual Protection for Life Flow or something like that. Can't remember exactly what it's called, but it was the previous workshop. So have a look at it. So the rest of the workshop and the guided meditation, the Theta Healing guided meditation that we're going to do in a minute, is going to be focused on the internal blockages. That's what we're going to focus on today. So how to remove them. We've talked a lot about what they are, how they form, types of energetic blockages. Now, what do we do about them? So I'm going to share some tools or techniques that have been very, very useful for me. But obviously in this workshop, I don't have time to go in detail through all of this. But I have other videos where you can have a look. And anyway, feel free to ask questions in the chat, as always. So obviously the first step is awareness, being aware that there's something not working in our life, that there is a pattern, that there is something we want to change, that there is something we want to improve. Sitting in meditation and prayer, asking for help, asking for guidance, being silent, tuning into your body will help you connect with your body. Where do I feel blocked? You know, so for example, imagine my pattern is I always lack self-confidence and I'm never able to set boundaries or to say what I believe. Right, so you can get information, but just tuning into your body, it will be stored somewhere in the body. So sitting in meditation, connecting with your body. Where do I feel stagnant? Where do I feel heavy? Where do I feel blocked? Setting the intention, asking for guidance to your higher self, to God, to the Great Spirit. Ask for help and say, help me with this. Always quieting the mind and going within is the first step to start identifying these blockages. Now, for general cleansing, one of the things I love the most and is very enjoyable as well is having baths with unrefined sea salt and some cleansing essential oil like tea tree or lavender, for example. So when you go and swim in the sea, you feel amazing, don't you? And you can argue that it's because you're on holidays or because it's sunny, it's the summer. Sure, there's an element of that. But it's because water with salt, it's really, really cleansing. It's so powerful. You immediately feel refreshed, like everything is gone. And if you don't have access to the sea, you can get the same benefits by just jumping in your bath. Adding a bit of unrefined sea salt, some essential oils you like. I think for cleansing, tea tree is my favorite. At the end of a stressful day, you're going to feel so refreshed, so refreshed. There are many different breathing techniques that you can find, like the alternate nostril breathing, for example, that you do in most yoga classes. Yoga is a great way to move the energy system. Most of the asanas are designed to get those channels, energy channels, moving and flowing. Qigong is wonderful. If you have any classes nearby or even online, these days we can access pretty much any teachers in the world. Again, great for energetic cleansing. There is a technique in particular that I love, that I use a lot, which is called fusion of 5 elements. And in Chinese medicine, they talk about how different emotions are stored in different organ systems. So for example, fear will be stored in the kidneys, the liver will hold all the anger. So fusion of 5 elements, it's kind of a meditation visualization technique that I'm sure if you search on YouTube, you will find some to do. And it cleanses, it removes all these negative emotions from the organs. It is amazing. And again, it's much quicker than going to a therapy for a month and talk about how stressed you feel, how you feel, and how you can't deal with the world anymore, how you can't deal with your family anymore. You know, you do this at the level of the energy system and you feel so calm, so balanced, so refreshed. It's really, really wonderful. I also have some other visualizations in my YouTube channel on different topics, on self-confidence, on self-love. I think I've covered one of the last ones was spirituality and money, lots of them. So go have a look, because in all of my workshops and meditations are based on either Theta Healing or shamanic journeys on shamanic energy healing. So they will all have an element of becoming aware, bringing those blockages to the surface and removing them. If you feel like learning a bit more and you feel like investing some time, pranic healing is a technique I strongly recommend. Just from the books, you can learn a huge amount. And it is about using your hands to cleanse your energy field. So you will be literally cleansing your energy field with your hands, throwing that energy into a bucket of water with salt, and then projecting energy through your hands to the affected areas to energize the parts that are more depleted. And if you think, I can't do this, I can't see energy, I can't perceive energy, it can be trained. It's all about practice. It's all about practice. So it takes you through a very simple step-by-step process where you can train to perceive the energy field where it's dirty, depleted, and sometimes even if you don't know the diagnosis, even if you don't know which one is affected, it has kind of instructions, for example, for stress, for certain for depression, for certain symptoms or diseases. So you don't even need to do a diagnosis. You just need to follow the instructions. Very easy to follow. And I use this in my sessions a lot, and it works. It works wonders. We're going to do a meditation today, a guided meditation in a minute. That is based on Theta Healing, which is a wonderful energy healing technique. Very, very powerful to access the subconscious mind, and to really become aware and bring to the surface all these blockages, and from that state of being in a theta brainwave, in that state of relaxations, we stop thinking from the logic mind, and we can access all these blockages and release them. So we're going to do one today. In case anyone is interested, I also have an online program that has 6 modules, and it's kind of a step-by-step process if you don't feel like just going to YouTube and looking for some random topics. Because I know I have a lot in my channel. There are lots in my channels that are available for free. But if you feel like going on a more of a step-by-step guided process, I have an online program for that I will share at the end as well. And that covers different topics. So we start with a lifestyle, with lifestyle habits to have a clean energy system. We go through all stories, all chapters to remove those imprints, those energetic blockages. There is one in particular for toxic relationships and cord cutting. There is another one about money and prosperity. There is another module for psychic protection. So that one, if you are one of those people who like to be guided on a step-by-step process, that's the one for you. And these techniques that I have been sharing will help you remove many layers, quite a few layers of whatever energetic blockages you might have at the moment. But obviously, if there is something like really deep, and you've tried Qigong, and you've tried endless meditation techniques, and you've tried a million visualizations, and you have tried, I don't know, you name it, you've tried it, and it still doesn't work, invest on one-on-one sessions, invest on your healing. Like, trust me, it's the best investment you will ever make. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't started that process of becoming self-aware of what was going on. And trust me, very likely you will have a lot of things to clear. I don't know anyone who comes to this world as a clean, pure spirit. I mean, look around, the world is kind of crazy. So just the day-to-day life can bring so much stress and confusion and blockages. So yeah, for me, it has been the best investment of my life. So I couldn't recommend more for you to spend time and to commit to it as a process, because this is not a one-off intervention. I have a lot of people that come and say, right, so I think I've identified this karmic pattern because in the previous lifetime I did this and this and that, or they did this to me, and can you clear this and all my problems are going to be gone? Well, God knows I try my best. But healing is not as simple. It requires to make conscious decisions. It requires commitment. It requires investment. It requires to do the deep work. You cannot just go to someone and expect them to have a magic wand. Now, if you do the inner work, it's the best thing you're ever going to do in your life. It's a beautiful process, and you will see the life starts to flow. Like if I see myself, I don't know, 10 years ago, I don't even know how to describe it. I can describe it as having like tainted glasses, and glasses that were completely full of mud, and I wasn't even seeing or thinking properly, and going through that process of becoming aware of clearing all the crap that I had in my energy field. And then you see, when you do that, you see that things start flowing, you see that things start changing. The life just flows. The life is not a struggle anymore. that you grow, that you learn lessons, that you attract nicer people, more aligned with you, that you succeed in your career, that you go to sleep and you rest and you wake up full of energy. But that requires work. But again, it's like, I see it as when the sink is blocked. Sometimes you use the plunger and that will be okay, and the blockage will be removed, and you open the tap and water starts flowing again. But sometimes the blockage is too big and a plunger is not enough. Maybe if you're a bit talented, you can have a look at the pipes and, you know, like what I was saying, for example, doing some pranic healing on yourself or doing some visualizations or some techniques, but it might get to a point where you're going to have to call the plumber, because otherwise, and really commit to fixing it, because otherwise the blockage is going to stay there. So enough talking or explanations. We're going to do the Theta Healing visualization now. I'm just checking the chat in case there are any questions or comments or anything. I will address them later at the end in case someone needs to go. I want to do the visualization now. And then we can have a discussion, you can ask questions, whatever you guys feel like. So like I said, this visualization we're going to do today is based on Theta Healing. Theta Healing is an energy healing technique that is really, really powerful. And it will take us to this state of relaxation, connecting to what the founder of the technique calls the creator of all that is, or God, or whatever you want to call it. And from here, we can really visualize, we can really command that all these blockages be removed, that we can heal, we can manifest. Just experience it. I'm not going to say anything else, just experience it. So I'm going to ask you to make yourself comfortable. So make sure you don't have notifications on that might disturb you. Make sure you are going to be comfortable to sit down or lie down, whatever you prefer. For the next 15, 20 minutes, you can turn the camera off if you prefer. All right, so once you find a comfortable position, I'm going to start by closing our eyes and taking a few deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth, at least the first few times, to really start connecting with the body, bringing the awareness to the present moment. Expanding the belly with each inhalation, relaxing the abdominal area. We tend to hold a lot of tension here. So many blockages happen here. So let's breathe in deeply with each inhalation, filling up the body, the lungs with air, with oxygen. And taking conscious exhalations, we're going to set the intention to start releasing any tension, any stress, anything that is no longer serving us. Taking deeper and longer inhalations and exhalations each time. Slowing down the rhythm of the breath, making it deeper and slower. If any thoughts arise unrelated to this session, that's okay. Just visualize them going like clouds disappearing in the sky. And now bring your awareness to the feet and visualize a stream of white light coming all the way from the center of the earth, coming up to your feet. And it's linking your feet to the center of the earth with these like cords of white light or roots of white light. And this stream of pure divine white light keeps going up higher and higher and higher, up along the legs, all the way up along your spine, energizing your energy system, all the energy centers in your body. And this energy keeps going up higher and higher until it reaches the top of your head. And at the top of your head, it forms a bubble of white light. And you step into this bubble of white light and start going higher and higher and higher. Through the ceiling of the room you're in, the roof of the building you're in, through the sky, leaving the clouds behind, keep going higher and higher. Out of the earth now and into the star galaxy, keep going higher and higher, seeing different layers of the universe. Until you reach a place where everything is pure white light. And you can feel the tingling of this pure divine white light. This is the place where we are all one, we are all connected. We are one with each other, we are one with the Creator, we are one with God. Here everything is perfect, everything is possible. From here we can heal, we can manifest. And let's just take a second to merge with this divine white light, to enjoy this divine light, this divine energy. And from here, we're going to start visualizing a torrent of white light, unconditional love and healing energy, entering your crown chakra at the top of your head. And visualize it like a shower, literally like a shower, washing away any dirty or stagnant energies. Anything that is no longer serving you. Visualize that all being washed away. And if you feel like there are any parts of the body that require a bit of attention today, special attention today, you can direct the healing energy towards these parts of the body. And if not, just visualize it like a general shower of healing light, washing away any dirty energy. And we're going to take a minute or two here to visualize these effects and to allow this release and this cleanse to happen. Just keep visualizing the healing energy, the shower of light. Beautiful. And now we're going to ask that you are shown one energetic blockage that is ready to be released, that is ready to be removed and transmuted. And just be aware, no expectations. Just bring your awareness in front of you to whatever might be shown to you. It might be an image, it might be a clip or a part of a past experience. It might be some memories. It might come in the form of a message, or you might just feel it in one part of your body without seeing anything. All of them are fine. So we're going to ask that in whatever format works for you, you are shown the origin of this energetic blockage. Just listen. No expectations, no judgment. Just listen to whatever is revealed to you. And now we're going to command that this blockage, whatever it is for you, be cleansed and transmuted. And you can visualize it as violet energy transmuting the blockage forever. For example, if it was an image or a clip or a thought, you can visualize that the violet energy is transmuting it until it fades away. If you feel it in a part of your body, direct the violet energy, this high frequency energy, towards this part of the body until it's released. Keep your focus on the violet light and transmuting that blockage in whatever form might appear for you. Keep visualizing the violet energy, transmuting the blockages. If you're done, there might be something else that wants to come up. I'm also going to be projecting violet energy towards the attendees of this workshop, both attending live and the ones who will be watching the recording, to assist with the cleansing and transmutation of whatever blockages are ready to be released. So you decide if you're open to that energy. We're going to take a few more moments here. Taking a few deep breaths to integrate the effects in the energy body. You might be yawning or feeling like taking a deep stretch. That's perfectly fine and normal. If you feel that the blockage hasn't gone away completely, that's also fine. You can do this visualization as many times as you like. You'll have the recording. You might just need a bit more time, and that's fine. So taking one more deep breath, energizing one this time and revitalizing one this time. Inhaling deeply through the nose, fresh air, fresh chi, fresh oxygen. And exhaling deeply to release, to assist the cleansing. And we're going to bring our awareness back to the field of white light where we started this healing. Feeling the tingling of this divine white light again. And let's start our way back down. We're going to come back down the same way we came up. We're going to start coming down through different layers of the universe. Down through the star galaxy. Back into the earth now. Down, 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 down through the sky. Leaving the clouds above us this time. Back into our building. Back into our room. And finally landing in the physical body. Bringing awareness to the physical body. And we're going to take a moment before we open our eyes to connect again with those cords of white light or roots of white light, connecting us deeply to the center of the earth. Very important when we do these Theta Healing meditations to come back, to be grounded, connected to the earth, feeling stable, feeling harmonized. And when you're ready, you can start moving your fingers, your toes slowly, taking a deep stretch if that feels right for you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and meet me back in the screen. But take your time, there is no rush. Welcome back, everyone. While people wake up and come back from this journey, I'm sharing some links in the chat. So first of all, my Telegram channel, when I'm not on Facebook or Instagram. So if you want to be connected and know more about what's coming, next events, the free content I share, this is the best way to stay connected. I'm also sharing my YouTube channel here. Like I said, I have lots of healing techniques like this one on different topics. I also have shamanic journeys and pranic healing techniques. So go have a look at the videos and choose the topic you're interested in. Like I mentioned, I'm sharing my online program if you feel more like a step-by-step guided process. And if you want to take it to a deeper level, I also do one-on-one sessions. So have a look at the Work With Me page where you can understand more about my background, my training, what you can do in the sessions, if that's what you need, if that resonates with you. And if you just enjoy these events, the free content, contributions are always appreciated and very much welcome. So I think that's all for me. I'm just gonna be here for a few minutes in the chat to see if anyone has any questions or anything to share. But I think that was an intense one. There was a lot of talking at the beginning, lots of explanations about energetic blockages and different types and what to do. And probably after this meditation, you're just like, I just want to go to the park. I just want to relax, stop talking. And if anyone's still sleeping, that's also fine. That's perfectly fine. And that happens even in my one-on-one sessions, that clients fall asleep. Right. That was wonderful. Thank you. I didn't expect it would be as powerful as it has. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Theta Healing is I love the techniques that are simple but really powerful. And that's what I always want to share, because I've tried many meditation techniques, and I've studied different esoteric traditions, and I like the ones that keep it simple but are effective. And those are the ones that I try to share with you. What was the name of the Qigong clearing practice you mentioned? Fusion of the 5 elements. I'm going to type it here. So that one, if you search for Mantak Chia, for example, who is the main Qigong teacher about this practice, I'm sure you will find some how to do it on, or some videos on YouTube. It's really, really powerful. And then you can memorize it and do it on your own. Lots of thank yous. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Great meditation, very effective. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, maybe let me find, because there is a website where you have a lot of Qigong meditations and books for free, which is the one I used to do this fusion of the 5 elements. I'm going to share it here. That's a great website. And they have lots of free resources. So great one to have a look at. All right. Right. So I think that's all from me. Oh, no. Ursula has a hand up. So feel free to unmute yourself.
Yes, that's what I've done. Hello, everybody again. I had for about a year and a half or so black or unpleasant energy directed at me, until I done yesterday your meditation you gave during your last session.
All right.
And I did it twice, once in the afternoon and once before I went to bed. And then at night, I had a real load of awful energy directed at me. It was really awful.
Wow.
And I did that meditation again called in the 4 directions first because I was really scared.
Yeah.
But that light that comes from this meditation is amazing. And I just wanted to tell you, this is really excellent. And I certainly will repeat the meditation. There is a small problem. You said the man is called Alexander something, and I didn't get his first name. Would you mind giving me, that's the author of that book. Would you mind giving that again?
Of course. I just want to share the link to the book, which is called Not Dark Yet. The author is Marius Alexander. And the book is called Not Dark Yet, The Metaphysics of the End Times. And yeah, I've been lucky enough to be able to learn from him for a few years already, and he comes up with the most amazing techniques. So he has designed this prayer template that so let me give people a bit of background about the last workshop was on spiritual protection. What I mentioned about external blockages, how they can come from psychic attacks, negative energies that just want to feed from us and stop our development. So what I used in the last workshop is a Theta Healing meditation like this one, but instead of focusing on removing an energetic blockage, I used part of this prayer template that he designed to clear away negative energies. And it's really, really, really effective. Now, what I always say is you need to be consistent. Once you start tackling these negative energies that feed from us, they're not going to be happy about it. They're going to retaliate. And like you said, sometimes you do it and they will come back stronger at you. So you need to be
it was quite awful.
You need to be consistent. You have to keep going at it because they're not going to like it. If you do it once or twice, you might piss them off and you might be better off than when you started. So consistency is key. Now, what I can say is that after I have started, after I incorporated these prayers, especially this template and these techniques to my daily routine, the changes have been incredible. You feel like you start really removing black stuff and dark stuff from your life and things start flowing. But you need to be consistent. Like once you start this journey, then you kind of go back to your bad habits. And I feel that when I don't do meditation, when I don't do my energetic hygiene routine, when I don't do these prayers for spiritual protection, I feel like I'm thrown out of balance. So for me, it's like having breakfast. It's a must.
You do it first thing in the morning and maybe last thing before you go to bed or something like that.
Yeah, every first thing in the morning. For me, my meditation and prayer routine is more effective in the morning because it sets the way I start the day and the way I'm going to approach the day and the day is going to go for me. But also before bedtime, even if it's the short one, even if it's the shorter version, if I'm tired and sometimes I'm lazy and I don't do the full one, it's a must. It's a must.
Okay.
And when I don't do it, I notice it. So yeah, I thought it's not a pleasant topic, it's not a pleasant workshop to watch, but it's the reality. It's the reality. Those negative energies are out there waiting to feed from our energy and stopping our development. So we need to be aware of them. And once you have the tools, you don't need to be scared anymore because you know you can be protected.
Can handle it.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. This is so
my pleasure.
helpful.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. It
was real scary, and but okay, I now know the meditation itself is so. I felt so full of light. It's absolutely beautiful, and I want to continue, obviously.
Actually, I'm gonna share that for other people who might be, because that template prayer is not in the book that I shared, but I'm going to share the website where the template, where the prayer is. I'm going to be adding this to the YouTube description as well for everyone who wants to watch the recording. So both the book and the prayer by Marius Alexander, most knowledgeable person I know. So worth having a look at the book and the interviews he also has in this website alongside the prayer. So
thank you so much.
So yeah. Thank you so much, Ursula, for your feedback. And because I wasn't going to talk a lot about this, but I'm sure someone here needed to hear it. So thank you for bringing up the topic.
Thank you.
Okay, my loves. So wishing you a lovely weekend, sending a lot of love, and stay in touch. Say hi, you know where to find me, my channel or email or website. So be in touch. I'm always happy to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.